watching Rock Titan TV, featuring Wretch.
Alright, Rock Titan fans, we are here with one of Pure Steel label's finest, Wretch.
That's right.
Yes. Nick, how you doing, man?
Beautiful, Scott. What's happening?
Good, man, good. And, I got to apologize, because, again, I know we were talking about it. We have been going back and forth forever, trying to get this interview lined up, and, such is life. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Here we are, man, finally.
So we're good.
Yeah, finally. But, so, like I just mentioned, Wretch is on the Pure Steel label, which Pure Steel is, out there in Europe, and we've got some friends in common, that we were just talking about that you played with. You played with the boys in Power Theory, which, those are my guys.
Big time.
Yeah. My boy Bobby Ballinger and Alan, those guys, they're awesome. But,
Fantastic.
one of the things that, we were kind of talking about a little while ago that I've never really talked about a whole lot with, bands domestically over here in the United States, just because so many of, like, the local bands, and Unsun bands specifically, they don't have a chance to really leave their neck of the woods and to go over to Europe. And conversely, a lot of the bands that are over in Europe, they don't necessarily have a chance to come over here. Not that they're missing anything, which we're which we're going to get to here. So for you as a musician, and you've been with Wretch for a while, talk to me about the experience and the difference between playing in the United States and, obviously Wretch is from the Cleveland, Ohio area, and then you go over there to Europe, you go over to Germany, and you play in that neck of the woods. What's that like for you, man?
Well, first of all, like we were talking earlier, it's a complete different deal here.
Yeah.
I've been in Wretch since the original beginning of it back in '85.
Right
when I got out of high school.
Right.
Been playing Cleveland ever since then. To this day, we're lucky if we can get 150 people at a show at any given time.
Right, and that's just a scene. Yeah.
And that's just the way it is.
Right.
Period.
Right.
We go over there, like we played in Athens, Greece.
Oh.
We did 3 shows 3 years ago. And from the smallest club to the festival that we played at, especially the smaller club is crazy.
Yeah.
You can't move in these places.
Dude,
People will show up.
That's awesome, man.
And it's crazy because, we're from, again, Cleveland, Ohio. Right?
Yeah.
We go over there, and these guys are yelling songs out from our CDs to play specific songs off a CD that I can't even sell at our merch table at a Cleveland show because nobody cares.
Wow, dude.
So
that's crazy.
It's a complete different deal. And I hate to rag on any local scene in
no, but it's relevant, man.
Chicago,
it's relevant,
New York,
and
whatever.
We need to talk about that because things need to change. And it's funny because, I'll talk to my guys over here and hit all the local shows between Philly and New York and New Jersey, and it's always the same thing. Everyone's talking about the local scene and support your local music and stuff like that. And you can talk about it all you want, but it's just I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know what it is, but it's different over there, man.
And over there, it's crazy because they'll buy your merch, they'll show up, and if you do multiple shows close enough for them, they'll show up at all of them.
Yeah, and it's like universal.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. We're going to Germany next week. We're playing Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands. We're going on a 3-week tour.
That's awesome.
From March 1st to the 19th, and we're playing 16 days. We only have 3 days off.
Wow.
The time we're there. And I guarantee on a Tuesday night, wherever we're playing, there's going to be people there.
You got to take more merch. You got to take more merch with you than luggage, man. You'd be selling out.
What's crazy is if we played a Tuesday night in Cleveland, 10 people won't show up.
Right.
And I'm going to guarantee, I haven't done it yet, but I'm almost going to guarantee that there's going to be a ton of people at these shows, and it's just a different mindset. They love the stuff, and they are more than willing to support it, and that's the big difference. They don't care, okay, I got to go to work tomorrow. You know what? I'll stay up anyway, and I'll go to work the next day.
It is a different culture. It definitely is a different culture over there. But, all that being said, we understand the differences between, the Europe metal scene, the metal scene over here in the United States, and that's not to say that it's bad. It's just different,
Yeah.
So talk to me about Wretch, man. You were just saying how you're one of the original members of Wretch going back to '85. So for our fans out there that aren't necessarily familiar with Wretch and your material and whatnot, when did you get started? What are some of your influences? What do you got? What's Wretch all about, man? Give me the synopsis. What is Wretch?
Sure. Power metal. It's all about power metal.
Yeah.
The best way I try and describe what we do is like Number of the Beast, Iron Maiden type.
Nice.
On steroids.
Nice.
A little heavier, a little faster, but very melodic like that.
Very cool.
And that's because I grew up listening to that stuff.
Yeah. The glory
so
days,
when I
man.
write, I can't help but making it sound something like that,
Right.
Because it's just in my head. There's nothing I can do about it,
Gotcha. So you do the writing. You do the writing then.
Yeah. I write 90% of the music.
Okay. Cool.
And I'm a big Halloween fan, especially the Keeper of Seven Keys 1 and 2. So the stuff sounds old Halloween also.
Very cool.
Huge Halloween fan when Michael Kiske was in the band.
Nice.
So the stuff is very comparable to that type of.
All right.
So it definitely has a European feel to it.
Okay.
And with the new singer, Juan Ricardo, that's in the band, he very much sounds like those types of singers, the high, clean, roaring opera type vocals. So it's all there. If you're into that type of thing, that's what we do.
Nice, dude. So what are some of the things you have going on right now? You're talking about going over to Europe like next week, which I'm jealous. Yeah. I hate you. But so in terms of new albums, new material that you have going on, where are you at right now as far as that goes?
The new album drops Friday. April 24th is the release date of The Hunt.
Nice.
CD. Now that's in Europe.
Right.
They're actually putting it on a limited edition vinyl. I think 200 copies. That comes out March 10th.
Very cool.
And then the American release is April 7th.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, so folks, there you go. You just got it from Nick right now from Wretch. Next month, less than a month.
Please check it out if you can.
There you go.
And obviously, it's on digital download. You can get it on iTunes and all that stuff too. So.
Okay. All right. Cool. Very cool. Now, one of the things we got to get to. What are your thoughts on Power Theory for our local audience? I know you've played with them, you've hung out with them. They're my guys. What's your experience been like, man, intermingling with them, and not just Power Theory, but like some of the other bands on the Pure Steel record label? What's that experience been like for you? I mean, I would imagine it's been pretty great, yeah?
It's been great, yeah. Especially those Power Theory guys. They're great guys. What happened was we did a bunch of shows with them together last year, and then when they were looking for a guitar player, Bob contacted me and said, "Hey, would you be interested?"
Oh, no kidding.
I was like, "Yeah, how in the hell are we going to do this? I live 7 hours away.
Right.
How it's going to work?" And he goes, "Well, let's try it and see what happens. Don't really have to practice. I just learn the songs. If there was a show, I'd show up the day before. We'd kind of run through the stuff, throw through the set, and then we'd just go play the next day,
No, yeah, no problem, right?
No, but it worked, and it was cool.
Easy peasy.
Great guys. They're great guys, and the stuff's super cool. It's great stuff.
Nice.
But it's just lately it's becoming really hectic with this stuff going on. So I just literally just recently in the last month kind of stepped down, and I know they're looking for a new guy right now, and I think they got a fill-in guy right now doing the next couple shows they have. But
yeah.
Wish them all the best. We're friends, and we're going to remain friends. They're super good guys. But yeah, when I was doing the shows up and down the East Coast with those guys and playing with local bands from those areas,
right?
All good guys. We've had great experiences with all the Pure Steel bands that we played with, and even the other bands that weren't on Pure Steel.
Right.
A lot of great musicians out there. So
cool.
For me, it was a great experience.
That's awesome, man.
Because we really don't, as Wretch goes, we've only ventured there a little bit. We haven't had a lot of opportunities to go to the East Coast. So it was very cool for me to get to go do that stuff,
Nice. Now, what's the scene like out there in the Cleveland area?
Same, it used to be better in the 80s when we put Wretch together in 85.
Okay.
And I just literally graduated from high school and we put, got it Wretch thing going.
Right.
there were a lot more clubs, and
Yeah, man.
more people would show up then.
Right.
Now there's fewer clubs, and it's harder to get people out. And I don't know why.
That seems to be too common a theme, man.
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people from a lot of areas, like even Chicago.
Yeah.
We've gone to Ragnarok or there and talked to some of the promoters and stuff from those areas, and it seems to be the same thing no matter where we go. Yeah, people show up, but it's you've got to put on a pretty good festival or something to actually draw some serious numbers. If it's just a show on a Saturday night with 4 bands, good luck.
Right. Yeah, no, I feel it. All right, so, as far as Wretch goes, you guys are hitting the Europe scene. You got the new album coming down. What's the best place for everyone to go check out Wretch's material? Where can people go to, download your music, catch current events, updates, other than Rock Titan Television, obviously? They're going to be able to see all your Wretch stuff. Yes. So where can people go to get all your stuff? Traditional outlets, CD Baby, Amazon, iTunes, all that good crap?
And even on our website, we sell stuff off our website, which is Wretch Metal, all one word, wretchmetal.com.
Okay.
And that's where everything's updated as far as our tour dates, any local shows.
Okay.
Any news that's coming out about releases or anything like that, including video releases, because we'll be releasing another one from the new album probably right when we get back from the tour.
All right.
I think we're going to shoot some. We're going to take a couple GoPro cameras with us and shoot some live stuff over there and paste it in with the video that we shot over here.
Nice.
So you can get the different scenes.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, we're trying, man. That's all we can do.
Man. That's it. Hey, there you go.
That's it. You plug away and you hope you get some people interested, and that's all you can do.
Yeah, man. That's it. All right. Well, Rock Titan Nation, we are here with Nick from Wretch. Yo, Nick, I really appreciate your time, man. And, dude, keep doing what you're doing, and be safe out there in Europe. Have a great time. And, hopefully we'll be able to join you next time, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. I want to, hopefully, if we come out to the East Coast soon, we can hang out.
Yeah, dude, we got to do that. Definitely. We'll get Power Theory out, and we'll see who can hold their liquor the best.
That's for sure.
Yeah, man. All right, Nick, I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, Scott.
Yep. Later.